Welcome back to our series, Decoding Faces, Empowering Teams. In this 8th episode, we take a deep dive into something that determines the heartbeat of any organization, team culture. Culture is not what's written on the walls or defined in mission statements. It's how people behave when no one is watching. It's how they treat each other, make decisions, resolve conflicts, and celebrate wins. And today we explore how facial profiling can help you intentionally build emotionally intelligent teams with stronger collaboration, trust, and purpose. Let's begin by understanding what emotionally intelligent teams look like. These teams have members who are self-aware, empathetic, adaptable, and skilled at managing interpersonal relationships. They understand their own emotional triggers and can regulate their reactions. They respect diverse communication styles and value mutual understanding. The question is, how do you form such teams proactively instead of relying on luck or chemistry? That's where the power of facial profiling transforms the game. Every face tells a story. The eyes, jawline, forehead, cheekbones, and even the distance between facial features offer clues to a person's core tendencies. Some people are naturally assertive and goal-focused. Others thrive in support roles and harmony-driven environments. Some prefer direct communication, while others lean towards subtle cues and emotional tones. When building a team, recognizing these traits visually allows you to assemble not just talent, but a mosaic of complementary energies. Let's say you're building a product team. You have a product manager with a broad forehead and intense gaze. This person likely has strategic thinking and high processing power. Pair them with a designer who has expressive eyes and a rounded jawline, indicating empathy and sensitivity. Then comes the developer, whose structured cheekbones and sharp features suggest logic and focus. Now, imagine adding a marketer with playful features and full cheeks, bringing creativity and energy. Each member adds a layer to the team's personality, and the harmony lies in balance, not sameness. But what happens when personalities clash? This is where emotional intelligence is tested. Let's say your assertive strategist gets frustrated with the empathetic designer who needs more validation. Without understanding each other's natural traits, conflict brews. But when facial profiling is introduced early, team members become aware of their own defaults and other sensitivities. The strategist learns to communicate more patiently. The designer builds resilience and accepts feedback with less emotional weight. This shared awareness prevents friction and builds mutual respect. One of the most powerful uses of facial profiling is improving communication styles within a team. For example, someone with thin lips and a defined chin may speak bluntly and prefer directness. In contrast, a teammate with softer lips and tilted eyebrows may be more emotionally expressive and require gentle communication. When these differences are unknown, misinterpretation and tension arise. But with profiling, teams can learn to adapt, not to manipulate, but to connect. Leaders can train teams to speak in ways that are heard, not just said. In remote or hybrid work setups, where body language is limited and screen fatigue is real, facial profiling provides an edge. Team members can use profile snapshots to understand colleagues' energy levels, motivation styles, and emotional signals. For example, someone with a longer face and downturned eyes may appear distant, but is actually introspective, not disengaged. And with a square jaw and steady gaze may seem rigid, but is simply confident and values clarity. Leadership plays a key role in shaping emotionally intelligent teams. A leader who understands facial traits can identify who needs public recognition versus private feedback, who thrives with autonomy versus collaborative energy, and who may silently struggle with stress but not voice it. This is where leadership transforms from being reactive to deeply intuitive. It's not about favoritism or profiling bias. It's about creating personalized support systems that allow every team member to feel safe, seen, and successful. Facial profiling can also aid in onboarding new members. Instead of the generic orientation, imagine tailoring the experience. Confident, fast-talking new hire might be integrated into fast-paced projects immediately, while a thoughtful but reserved person might benefit from shadowing and trust-building time. Matching mentorship styles with personality traits boosts confidence and retention. The result is not just faster onboarding, but faster belonging. Now let's look at team rituals and meetings. Have you ever been in a meeting where some people dominate and others stay silent? Facial profiling can explain why. Assertive facial types tend to take charge, while reserved profiles may need invitation or safe space to contribute. A culturally aware team can structure meetings to allow different voices to emerge. Icebreaker activities, turn-based feedback rounds, or even written inputs can be introduced to make space for all personalities to shine. Another underrated benefit is stress management. Teams face deadlines, failures, and difficult decisions. Some members wear their stress on their face as tight jaw, frowning eyebrows, clenched lips. Others suppress it behind polite smiles. A leader trained in facial cues can intervene early, offer breaks, assign tasks based on current energy, or simply listen. This preventive empathy reduces burnout and builds a culture of psychological safety. Let's not forget that emotional intelligence is not static. Teams evolve, people grow, face personal challenges, and experience life transitions. Facial expressions and even features change subtly over time. Regular check-ins, combined with fresh facial profiling, keep team dynamics updated. You begin to notice when someone's spark dims, or when a quiet team member begins to bloom. This real-time insight allows culture to remain alive and responsive. For organizations looking to scale, facial profiling becomes a culture scaling tool. As you expand from 10 people to 100, you can't replicate closeness, but you can replicate awareness. Team leads across departments can be trained in basic profiling. Internal tools can allow quick personality scans during team formation. Hiring managers can use it to build balanced teams from the start, not fix broken ones later. It's a proactive investment in harmony. Critics might worry, what about ethics? What about fairness? The answer lies in intention and transparency. Facial profiling should never be used to judge worth, reject candidates, or stereotype. It's a tool for understanding, not exclusion. Like any tool, it requires responsibility. But when used with training and care, it unlocks empathy at scale. It helps teams not just function, but flourish. To embed this into your company, start with pilot teams. Create a simple personality map of each member through facial profiling. Conduct workshops where members learn about their traits and those of others. Build rituals around it. Celebrate differences. Encourage open dialogue about communication and emotions. Over time, emotional intelligence becomes not a buzzword, but a living, breathing experience. Finally, emotionally intelligent teams are not just more productive, they are more human. They hold space for joy, failure, learning, and individuality. They build bridges, not walls. In a world where AI, automation, and remote work redefine the workplace, emotional intelligence is the anchor that keeps us connected. Facial profiling offers a map to navigate this emotional landscape with depth and clarity. In our next episode, we explore how profiling can help in customer relations. Not just knowing what your customer wants, but who they are, how they make decisions, and how to win trust faster. Get ready for insights that could transform your sales and support strategy forever. Till then, remember, the best teams are not made of perfect people, but of people who understand, respect, and adapt to each other's humanity.